Hey y'all, Noons here. Welcome back to Noons Airborne RC, and today is Big Box Day. What we got here in the box is the AF models L-39 in the red Blitz scheme from Banana Hobby. It's the 105mm EDF, not the turbine. This usually when I get to about this size, I get the turbine. This is the first EDF I'll have, a 105mm. I'm pretty excited. So let's get this thing unboxed, assembled, and get it up in the sky.
Get some!
Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, this is my first 105mm EDF 12S jet. I'm pretty excited. Let's get this thing out of the box. Let's go ahead and cut this tape. Now this is in the red Blitz scheme. There are different schemes that are out there, but this is the one that I chose. It also is my first L-39. A lot of firsts here in this box. Alright. And we got the infamous box in a box. So I'm going to get this box out of the other box and we'll be right back. And we're back, everybody. Now I got the box out of the box. The camera's readjusted with the bird's eye view, and I do have one side of the box already folded open so it doesn't interfere with the stand for the camera. So opening up the box, it's that really thick cardboard. There was a little bit of damage, but it was to the outside of the box. Good old FedEx. As you can see so far, pretty good packaging. Got some bubble wrap. I got some of that foam layer, pretty close to a 1/2 inch thick. Nice. Right out the box, she's looking good, looks nicely packaged. Let's start taking her out. Looks like we got a wing. Get our knife, cut her open, and see what we're cooking with. And if you use a knife, be careful when you're cutting open your bags. You don't want to damage your new plane. What do y'all think? Servos already pre-installed. JP Retracts with brakes already installed. All we gotta do is do our leakage for our flaps and our ailerons. Paint looks really nice. Decals already applied. Red on the outside, gray on the bottom. White on the top with our red. And as you can see, got all the little nomenclatures on there. The white is actually paint. It's not bare foam. What do y'all think? I think she looks really, really sharp. Should be able to tell what's bottom and what's top. Very easy. And as you guys can see, the hinges are very free moving. No binding whatsoever. Quick connect. Makes it easy to slide them on and off. There should be 2 screws right here from the top. That looks real nice. What do y'all think? Alright, now let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff out of here. Okay, and now for our next wing, get her out of the bag, let her breathe some fresh air. I do like how they have the bags longer than where they are, so you do have an area to cut freely from the model. Same thing, just the other side. Free moving hinges, gray on the bottom, decals. The paint on this one looks very, very well, guys. Nice sharp lines. The other one was perfect. This one does have a little tiny bit of bleed over right there. I'm not going to complain on that. That looks really good. Also, y'all, Have navigation lights. On the ailerons, we do have metal. Looks like metal control points. The flaps, really thick, robust plastic. Looks good. Let's dig in deeper. Okay, next we have over here, looks like we got 2 carbon spars for our wings. Looks like we have another carbon spar on the inside that's taped up. 2, 3, 4 spars. More foam packaging. Looks like we got something over here. Looks like we have our elevators. We'll go ahead and take one out. Servo's already in, metal control point. We have our servo connector right there. Looks like we got some wood reinforcements. Nice. Free flowing hinges. I like that. The scheme also follows on the elevator. White on the top, gray on the bottom. Very nice. Okay, moving on. More packaging. Some foam bubbles. All right, there she is, y'all. Not getting to that quite yet. Looks like we have our vertical stabilizer. Be careful when you take this thing out. There's a little piece right here that gets nestled into the foam. I almost just bent that. I caught it at the last minute. Also metal. Okay. Check it out, y'all. We have wood reinforcement, but our vertical stabilizer has metal attachment points. Okay. Aluminum. Haven't seen a model in foam that had aluminum attach points. Okay, looks like one carbon spar goes right up here. That's interesting. This comes removed. The only other model that I had like this, which is the HSD Super Viper, but that thing, just like my Carf Rebel Hot and majority of the planes, the vertical already comes installed. I don't have, it's going to be interesting how that holds up. What do we have over here? We have our nose section. All right, let's get this off. So far, everybody, I'm really impressed with this model. Lots of tape. So far, I haven't seen an imperfection on it other than that one minor bleeding on that aileron. And I mean, that is very, very minor. Have our access doors taped in case you want to add some pilots. Nice clear glass. Looks like it's going to be a latch mechanism. One thing I like about this, look at the seats. You can actually nestle your pilot figures up against the seats and do a little bit of detail in there. Conventional sticker instrument panel. Not much more to be said on that. Okay. What do we have over here? When you get a model like this, everybody, you want to check everything. Every little crevice, anything that you think is just foam, you know, you want to check because you might be missing something. All right. Okay, so these right here are for the EDF compartment, I believe. Yep. So when you put your EDF in here, these you will go ahead and put in, there are just a shroud to go ahead and funnel the air around the EDF. That is one thing you will have to do on this model. Servo and wiring diagram. Not too many people do that. That is a plus right there. Now you don't have to guess what kind of servos you have or where the wires are ran. Okay. We have our accessory bags. Looks like we have our screws and our control rods in this bag. We have some scale accessories in this bag. More screws and more hardware and more control rods in this bag. Okay. Our manual. It is going to be a very basic manual. When you get up to these kind of jets, these aren't the jets that you start off flying, nor a second or a third. When you get to these ones, you should have a pretty good understanding of how a jet gets put together and the electronics and the stuff like that, so there's no guesswork. Or you can watch this channel. All right. We have our nose section. Our nose section contains our front landing gear. What do you think of the paint? I think it looks real sharp. Got a plastic nose cone, solid foam. This is that density foam. You guys can hear it. Landing gear door with our servo. All our connections gets put on. It's keyed. Now you can see it's numbered, so it should be numbered to the fuse, so you know it'll be a good fit. With 4 screws to the bulkhead, and that's all it takes. The rest should just be foam packaging. Okay. Let's go ahead and move the camera angle. Let's pull this out onto a stand. Okay, we got the fuse outside the box. Now a little word of caution, if you're looking at buying a jet about this size, make sure you got the room to store, because as you can see, she's not a small plane. Let's lift her up. Plastic, and drop her down. What do y'all think? It's gonna look real sharp, real sharp. Now right off the bat on the inside, we have our fuel tanks or scale pieces, one for each wing. We have a top hatch right here, just like for the turbine. We'll get this up. Now be careful, sometimes it's kind of, the paint seals together like glue. This gives us access to our whole inside. a V-Good 160 amp ESC, AS150 plugs. One's hanging out right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring you in closer. All right, starting over here in the front fuselage area, we have all our servo connections. Right here, we'll clean this up area later on. We have our AF model BEC for power. XT60 connections for our BEC. We have our landing gear and gear door sequencer right here. And our JP Hobby brake controller also right there. Velcro for our packs for our BEC. And Velcro for our flight packs. We'll see where everything has to lay out for the CG. Right off the bat, I can tell you there's a carbon fiber spar going down this side and one this side with some wooden bulkheads, all wood. Let's go look in the back. Now this is the back hatch you saw me remove earlier. We have plenty of access for our fan, 105 millimeter Chang Sung fan. The newer models come with the JP Hobby fans. A V-Good 160 amp Opto ESC. I know it just looks like it's just hanging here, but they do it this way so you can get it where you want and finally button it down. And here's just a little close-up of the quick connect and our onboard gear doors with our servo. Already pre-installed and ready to go. And here on the rear of the fuse, here's more of those aluminum connectors where the screws will go into and our connection. This is kind of nice right here. So if you're going to permanently have these on and you're worried about these backing out, I would just put a little bit of blue Loctite in there or maybe some goop. That way they wouldn't back out. But we'll find that out when we do the assembly video. So, what do y'all think? I think she looks pretty darn good. Now just off the visual, other than the blemish on the wing, I don't see anything much wrong with her. She's put together really, really well. Can't wait to see how easy she goes together for our assembly video. I'm going to be running two 6S 5000 batteries to power this baby. And I'm going to be using the FreeSky X20S. And I got a new receiver for this, new one I'm going to be using. It's a tandem receiver, so it's going to be working on the 2.4 gigahertz and a 900 megahertz backup. It's the TD-SR12, so this will have stabilization. If you want to see me set this up on a video, leave a comment down in the comment section to see how easy this is compared to the competitors. FreeSky did an amazing job with these, and they work really, really well. Well, that pretty much does it for this video of the unboxing. Stay tuned for part 2, the assembly video. Noon's out.
Get some!